how did you keep cool when people from our business ask you loaded questions about your future?
Well, I've got a real advantage. The real advantage is that I work with my players on a daily basis, and we spend a lot of time together, and I can see the potential of the group. I can see their attitude. I can see their motives, or what they want to do, and that gives me a privileged position to assess things and have an overall picture and trying to have a bit of a view for the future. So I always knew that the characters that we got in the squad, they'll remain solid, they'll remain strong, and they'll be able to keep and maintain them standards. So that always gives me that privileged position. But obviously, as I said before, you can see this group, the manner that we were working, that the results would come, the manner that we were playing would allow us to finish as strong as we've done. And now we're in a position where I don't want anyone to forget that when you are down there, it's even harder to get results. And what this team has done in the last 14 games is a remarkable achievement. Probably one of the hardest jobs that you'll find on a football pitch.
Do you think if you had a striker who was in double figures, or who scored between 12 or 15 goals a season, you'd not be in a relegation battle ever? I know the old saying is every manager's after one, but if you found one, with the chances you created and the way you played, would you always be mid to high table, do you think?
No, I never tend to see what we haven't got. I always tend to see, or to look at what we've got and try to develop it and use it. And I think we've done that. I think we adjusted things, but I couldn't be happier with the players that we got in the squad. What we need to do is what we've done in the last 14 games, do that over the course of the season. And that's the next step. I do believe that if we do that, we'll be able to step up as a football club and be a club that we don't fight to avoid relegation anymore. I think the next step, what we want is try to change our aim in the season, and rather than being a team that he wants to just stay up, we want to try to look for other things, and that will be top 10 in the table. It could be to have the dream of getting into Europe or European competition, and that should be the next step. And to do that is being able to replicate the level that we've shown and the results that we got and the performances that we had in the last 14 games, do it over the course of 10 months of the 38 games of the season.
What are you looking at in the summertime in terms of reinforcing your squad? Would you be tempted, or to ask the chairman, to be paying decent fees for players, or would you be looking for not paying fees and maybe paying higher wages and trying to maximise the Bosman transfer?
No, I don't think it's we've got a clear path in how we're going to run the football club. Financially, we're very strong. We're starting to lay very strong foundations at the club, and it's not about being able to pay bigger fees or trying to increase the wages. What we want is to attract players that they can develop, that they can give the best years of their careers to our football club, and we'll carry on doing that. We're going to lose probably 3 to 4 players where the contracts are up, and we'll have to make sure that the players that they come in, they bring something different. They're ready to keep the players that they are playing on their toes and really make it difficult and increase the level that we got in the group. But it's not about trying to change anything in the structure. Financially, we're a club that we know where we are. We don't want to promise things that we can't achieve. What we are is very honest in how we do things and try to be creative on the pitch, and probably trying to balance the lack of finances with other clubs, with other means. And that's probably the key of ourselves as a football club, to be able to be competitive without having the finances of other clubs.